enemy wants you to justify wrong choices. And this is why it's important to be humble enough to be like, the choice I made was wrong. Let me turn back and let me know what God is actually saying to me now. Because at first we all know when something is wrong. But if we keep doing it, we start to justify it. I deserve to be selfish. No one looks out for me. I know I lied, but it's all for the greater good. Everybody lies. Yes, I'm using people, but that's just how life works. I know I'm playing with sin, but at least I still believe in God. I still go to church. I'm still on the altar praying and worshiping. And nobody's perfect. The things that we say to justifying the enemy doesn't stop you from believing in God. He just convinces you that you can believe in God and live in sin at the same time. Compromise. And the Bible clearly says in Matthew 6:24 that nobody can serve two masters. When compromise becomes your habit, you eventually have to choose a master. You cannot be fully submitted to God and fully submitted to your own desires, or should I say surrendered to God and your desires. One has to rule. The enemy wants you to blend in with nonsense, and subtle compromise is dangerous because it doesn't always look like rebellion. It looks like adjusting, like being reasonable, like not being too extreme. When people say, oh my gosh, you just over spiritualize everything, and all these kind of things that people say are just too much. Everything points back to God. Why you keep talking about God? All these kind of things. That's where we start to readjust our words, readjust the way we are, readjust our behaviors, readjust our patterns, to put God at the back because we're like, oh, let me not pray now because I don't want to seem too holy, so let me just pray later on. All these things that we try to readjust, the enemy will never tell you to stop being a Christian. He will just tell you to blending in. Romans 12:2, do not conform to the pattern of this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. You are not called to blend in. You are called to stand out. You are not meant to adjust to sin. You are meant to overcome it. So what are you laughing at that you once were grieved about? What are you tolerating that you once stood against? What are you participating in that you once prayed against? The enemy wants you to pull so far that you can't find your way back. So if you allow compromise to continue, the Bible even says in Proverbs, it talks about the backslidden heart, which is the person that is in church, still does things for God, prays everything, but in their heart, the Bible says